Hi, it's Beth from Instructional Tech. I'm going to walk you through Google Meet, how to use it, present, some of the settings you should be using, and the extensions. And I've added timestamps here in the video, so feel free to skip ahead. I've also added the links and the template that I use in this video down below. There are 3 ways you can start a Google Meet. If you click here, you can create a meeting for later, and that gives you links that you can save. After I save this link, I can do another one and save that link too. You can also create an instant meeting, and then the third is schedule in a Google Calendar. And if you're wondering how I have these meetings saved over here, that's just because I scheduled in a Google Calendar. So if I click there, I can add my title for my class. Let's make this 3:30 to 4:30. I don't have to add any guests, anything like that. I can save that there, and it's now on my Google Calendar, and it will also be on this page for the Meet. You can easily find these links for the classes I set up. You could set it up the day before, and it will be right here for you. You can grab that link for these meets in your Google Calendar. If I click on this, I have the link right here, so I can copy and paste that. You also have the conference info, so if I use this, if I click that, this is now I'm copied and pasted that. So when you start a Google Meet, you are the host of that meet. So you have some controls here. If you look down here, it says host controls. If I turn this on, I now have the ability to kind of turn these on and off of whatever I desire. So if I want them to share their screens, I would have that turned on. If you want to have that turned off, that will make it so that the kids can't take over the screen that you're presenting. Chat messages, microphone, and their video, that control is all right here. So if I want them not to have their mics on, I can turn that off, so any of my participants in my Google Meet are not able to use the mic in this Google Meet. When you want to present, you have 3 different options. You have your entire screen, a window, and a tab. If you're ever doing a video, you should be using a tab, or anything like a timer. You should always use a tab. It's right here, best for video and animation. And if you want to have something kind of on the background waiting for when your kids pop in, I usually had an agenda. I can show you setting that up. You'll want to do window. Now, I'm full screen right now on my Meet. So I'm going to click that, and now you can see I'm on my computer desktop. I'm going to grab my agenda here. I can grab that other window because I'm not on full screen for both of my Chrome browsers. You can see if I click a window, now I cannot grab that other window because it's full screen. So I'm going to minimize these, present a window, and then I'm going to go full screen on my one that has the slides, have that be completely full screen. And now on my Google Meet, I can full screen that too. Now it has the agenda for the students, and I can see my students popping into the Meet. It kind of shows them what we're going to do today, and it goes over the Google Meet procedures there too. Now if I have a video or a timer here, I can now present. I'm going to stop presenting my agenda. I'm going to present a tab, and I can start that timer, make that full screen, and then come over here, and you can see that timer is counting down. If I were to present this on a different window, the timer would not be live, so it would kind of start and stop. It doesn't show it to the kids, so that's why you have to show it on the tab, and same for YouTube video. If you show a YouTube video with a tab, you can also turn your computer audio off, and for the kids, or for your participants, it still has that audio on. So that's also nice if you're showing kind of a 6-minute video and you don't want it on for you because you've been listening to it all day. You can turn that audio off and it's still on for them. So that's the difference between presenting on the tab and on a window. if you're presenting your full screen, it's kind of what it sounds like. You can come over here, do things. The only thing I don't like about that is that you can't then see your students. Oh, my timer went off. We'll close that tab up. So that's why I always suggest sharing a window or another tab. You can also have it so that your other window is on your other monitor. You can join in with your iPad, with your phone, whatever makes it so that you can see what you're doing on your computer and that you can see your students. Some people go kind of half screen here and then they have another tab and go here. The only reason why that isn't the best is that I can show you if I share that window now, it kind of crops it for the students. So if I now make that bigger, you can see it just kind of takes up the whole space for them. So that's why I always suggest doing a tab or a window, and then either joining in the Meet with your iPad or using a second monitor. So some settings you should be using when you're running a Google Meet is the captions. You should have that turned on. It's pretty good. You can see it's kind of listening. It's not the best, but it does work pretty well. You can have your apply visual effects. You can be in the aquarium here. I gotta turn my thing on. And then I'm in the aquarium. And that's nice. You can show students how to do that, because sometimes being in their house, it's private. They don't love putting their video on. So if you encourage, I guess if you make them have their video on, make sure that you show them how to change. Let me turn these captions on. Make sure you show them how to change their background. You can also just blur it out here, or this is better. Look at that. Did a pretty good job. And you also have the hand raising here. You have the grid layout. This is really important if you have a lot of kids in your Meet. I would turn this on to the max, whatever. Maybe it would be tough if you had 49 kids in your Meet, but there are those times. And then have it be tiled, not auto. So make sure you turn that on. Exit that, and now when kids pop in, you'll be able to see everybody. You also have the whiteboard activity that opens either a Jamboard that is in your Jamboard drive or starts a new one. If I start a new one, it will send a Jamboard to the students. It'll also pop up one for me. The kids can access that in the chat right there. They can grab that and everybody can be in this Jamboard. You also have picture-picture. This is new. I don't know this is new since I've used Google Meet. I don't know how big it does if you have a lot of students, but it's nice because if I go over here to this tab, I still see my students here. And I can even come to my desktop and it's still there. So those are all the settings. If you want to be able to have attendance, we can't record with the Google Meet because in Elkhart we don't have the educational pro version of the account. They've changed their settings, so we're not able to record anymore. So if you want that attendance to be saved, you can use the extension. There's a Google Meet attendance list here. This extension, I'll link it down in the description. You can see I will end this Meet here. And now it has my attendance listed for my class. So it will all pop here. I can export it as a spreadsheet. Lets me know when they came into the Meet and how long they were in it. So that's really nice. I've never used this with like a lot of students in my Meet. So sometimes when you use Google Meet extensions, it will bog down the Meet. If your students start complaining, you might want to look at the extensions that you have. If you use any other Google Meet extensions, comment down in the video below. Let us know which ones you use, which ones work the best, and Hopefully this video helps with your synchronous and asynchronous journey that we are all on, and I hope you have a great day. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in the comments. Make sure that you check out our YouTube page, our blog, and our Twitter. It's all linked down below. And yeah, thank you for watching. Hopefully you've learned how to run a Google Meet, and I hope this helps.